We are COG again. Yes, I never get tired of this. You can give me your account, I'll COG it too. This time with Ursarctic. Yes, so if you do not know how this deck works, it is quite a good rogue deck. I would say it's a really good rogue deck. It's not top tier because there is some luck that does go into playing this deck. Sometimes you have to draw on the radiation to win the game, especially on speed, right? But this deck is very coggable. It's good. You can take it into a tournament run. You can do well. But let me go over the deck and let me tell you what I would change out of this given to what we have done. All right. So first, we are running the Spellbook engine, 2 blue boy, 1 knowledge, 1 secrets. The reason why I'm running 2 blue boys is because we do not have 3 departure. Otherwise, this would be a 3rd copy of departure, probably. I might up the list to, I don't know if I'd up it to 21, but I'd figure out a way to get, a 3rd departure in there. Because that would be your better way to see things. Turn 1, you want to see as many Ursarctics as you can. Anyway, going over the list, we run 2 Mega Polar, 3 Megatanus, 3 Mickey Polar, 1 Mega Bliss, and 1 Mickey Tanus. Now, the thing you need to know is all of your Ursarctics activate out of the end. If you've ever played Drytron before in Master Duel, it works the exact same way. Where if you play Drytron, you tribute a monster out of the end, special summon to gain the effect. It's the exact same thing. So I'm going to go over all their effects. They all have the same effect. Attribute a level 7 or higher out of the hand to summon themselves. So to repeat that over and over is redundancy. Mega Polar pops a spell or trap on the field while you control another Ursarctic. The other thing I want to go over before I go over their effects is that your level 7s do not need another monster on the field to have their effect. Your level 8s do. And also, your level 7s have the higher defense and your tuners have the higher attack. So keep that in mind. So Mega Polar, while another Ursarctic's on the field, pops the spell or trap. Megatanus, while a spell or trap is on the another Ursarctic's on the field, is a Book of Moon. And these are quick effects. These can activate during either player's turns. So quick effect Book of Moon while you have another Ursarctic. Quick effect spell or trap. Pop while you have another Ursarctic. And Mega Bliss is a quick effect DD Crow while you have another Ursarctic. Now what's very important that you need to know is these resolve in separate chains. So for instance, if you were to activate an Ursarctic in hand, you don't banish immediately. The effect to banish, book, pop, those activate on the field in a separate chain. So if your opponent is playing Mermellandian and they activate Abystius in the hand to pitch infantry, excuse me, you can't DD Crow the infantry because infantry will resolve in a different chain. And that's always going to be chain link 1 regardless of the turn player it is, because not that it has anything to do why you can't DD Crow it. But it's always going to be turn 1 because infantry is a mandatory effect. So keep that in mind. All right. Also, if you're using your spellbook engine, let's say you open up your knowledge, right? All right. Let's say you already have secrets, right, in hand, and you're blue boy. One way to ban out of Chalice is to normal summon spellbook, which is the problem. It's going to say how. How? If I have it in hand, won't they know? No, they won't. Because you are a mandatory effect. See how it says add 1 spellbook card from your deck to your hand? That is a mandatory effect on summon. So it's going to trigger even if you have a spellbook card, your target's in hand. So if you do that, you may be it out of Chalice, you may be it out of Warning Point, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, okay. So now that you know what the Ursarctics do, we're going to talk about their extra deck monsters, then we'll go over the tech cards. So first, we're playing Trish Zero. The way you make this is very simple. You make this with a blue boy, one of your level 8s, and your Polari. So that's very easy to summon in the deck. Now on top of that, we are also running Sepenetreon. So now the Ursarctics get summoned in an odd way. If you ever seen Dark Synchro, even from the anime, it's the exact same thing. But it's actually Synchro summoning in reverse. You take the difference of levels, the difference between levels. So for example, if you have an 8 and a 7, you could summon an 8 and a 1, not 8 and 7. If you have an 8 and a 1, you summon a 7. And if you have an 8 and a 7, you summon a 1. So 8 minus 7 is 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. So you get the idea. It's like reverse synchro summon. That's what I've said all stream long. Call it reverse synchro summoning. So, yeah. So that's basically how you're going to summon these to the field. So Septenatron takes a tuner and a non-tuner synchro monster. So the way you're going to summon any of these synchros is with your Polari. Um, what this does is it negates all the effects of monsters that your opponent controls. I mean, not your opponent controls, that you control as well, that were special for the extra deck that don't have a level. So, for example, if your opponent wants to summon out Exceeds and Link monsters, those are going to get negated because those don't have a level. Fusions and Synchros will go through. But this card is really nice against something like Orcust because Orcusts are all Links. They don't have a level. They have a rating. And against Odd Eyes, they can't make Raging Dragon. If they're playing Orcust, they can't make Galatea. They can't use the Galatea effect. They won't be able to use the Genesis effect. From the extra deck, I'll tell you that in a second, and so on and so forth. However, the only way they cheat around that is that they summon from the graveyard. So if your opponent is using Odd Eyes, Orcust, or any Orcust variant, they summon Ding from the graveyard, they can send because that is not being summoned from the extra deck. It's being summoned from the graveyard or from the banished pile if they use one. Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. And that goes for any of the Orcust Link monsters, by the way. Okay. But this is really, really good against that. And also, second effect, if your opponent would have special summon a monster, special summons a monsters, except during the damage step, you can add any Ursarctic card for your deck to your hand. That includes Radiation, Departure, Big Dipper, or any Ursarctic monsters. So very, very good. This is our main boss monster, and so on and so forth. Next, we run Ursarctic Grand Chariot. I call it Grand Harrier. Please go follow him. He's my boy. Grand Chariot cannot be synchro summoned. Again, all these synchro monsters are not synchro summoned, and it's very important when it comes to Warning Point because what these special summons. So if you see my Ritual Beast videos, it works exactly the same. It works exactly the same. So you send the material to the graveyard to special summon them. Like I said, the most familiar mechanic that does that is Ritual Beast. So, like, if you were to, let's say they Warning Point a Winda, you could still summon your Ultia Paleo because you're not using summoning, which is also why non-fusionary doesn't work in the deck. So, don't try to non-fusionary Ritual Beast. We'll laugh in your face. Me and Rowan will laugh at you. Anyway, basically, if this is special summon, you can target up to 2 other cards on the field and destroy them. So this pops on the field, and once per turn, when a card effect that targets the Ursarctic card, keep in mind that can miss timing. That's a 1 effect. Targets an Ursarctic, contribute 1 monster from your hand to the field, destroy that card. So against Meteorology, this is very good because if you have extra Ursarctics in the hand, you contribute in the hand. If you have Departure in the graveyard, you can banish Departure, and so on and so forth. And you can also tribute monsters on the field. 2 dodge Cosmic on your Big Dipper, Chalice, Book, whatever. Alright. Now, next, the way you're summoning all these is with your level 1 synchro. Yeah, that feels really weird to say. Alright. Cannot be special summoned, must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 monsters with a difference of 1 to the grave. Again, 8 and 7. This is a difference of 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Alright, we're not adding here. So you send off your Megatanus and your McPolar, for example. You make your Polari. And Polari is very good. So not even synchro summon, special summon, you can play your Big Dipper from your deck, and I'll go over what it does in a second. And also you can activate the effect, tribute 1 Ursarctic on the field, or if you haven't used Big Dipper's effect, banish 1 from your graveyard, special summon back in Ursarctic, and then you can get its effect if you wanted to. Most likely going to happen on turn 2. So, like, if you go up against Odd Eyes, you may end up popping a Scale if you revive back Megapolar. And then you can special summon. Now, all these are special summon, so they cannot be revived with Monster Reborn, as can Ritual Beast Fusions. They cannot do that. Yeah. You're going to want to special summon these and then make your synchros, I guess. And then you cannot special summon from the graveyard because they were properly summoned. Not my design, their design. Unless there's, like, it says ignoring its summoning conditions, which there are in the Ursarctic card that will allow you to believe cheated out. But let's go over the other Ursarctic cards. So Departure is basically on amount of hair for Ursarctics. You discard a card, add 2 Ursarctic monsters from your deck to your hand. Also, second effect, if you attribute an Ursarctic monster to activate an Ursarctic monster's effect, you can banish this card instead, except the turn it was sent. That includes your Polari. That includes all of your Ursarctic effects. you can use Departure instead. So that becomes very, very useful for grind game. So instead of using Mechatanis, distributing one in the hand, you can banish this from your graveyard. Now, on top of that, we're running the craziest card in existence, which is Radiation. If you draw this card, especially if you go first, you just win the duel. 99% of your time, your opponent is not going to be able to beat you through Radiation because this card is very, very powerful. So, activate this card by placing 7 counters on it. Each time an Ursarctic monster is special summon from the hand or extra deck, you remove a counter, you draw a card. This is literally a draw 7. This is not once per turn. This is like 6 Samurai United on cocaine. Alright? And then, once per turn, during the end phase, you target a Ursarctic card in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck. So, if you activate this, you go Mickey Polar, tribute, draw, and you tribute another Ursarctic, draw, and if you draw a new Blue Boy engine, draw more. And this card is absolutely bonkers. This is absolutely insane. So, yeah, that's really good. Alright, now, on top of that, we're running the field spell. This is the one you activate of Folari. This is Big Dipper. Once per turn, if an Ursarctic monster would tribute a monster to activate its effect, you can banish one monster in your graveyard instead. And you could use this for your Chariot as well. And then, after that, each time a monster is special summon, place 1 counter on this card. After 7 counters have been on this card, this includes you and your opponent, you get to take 1 monster your opponent controls. It does target. So you can steal your opponent's monsters, which is obviously really good. And yeah, alright, let's go over a few replays. So we're gonna go over a few replays here. A few good ones here. Yeah, 1 or 2. And yeah, enjoy the video. Alright, let me get some.
You bell lives within me. I hope you're ready to lose. Sweet. Can't wait to check out how your deck works. Duel! Here I go. It's my turn. I end my turn. I drew from my hand. I activate a spell. My mantra. My mantra. I activate a continuous spell. From my hand. A spell. This is it. My monster's effect activates. From my hand. My monster's effect. My monster's effect. I activate a continuous spell. Hey, slow down. I'll play my face down card. I activate a continuous trap. From my hand. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates. I activate a continuous. Hey, slow down. I flip over my face down card. I activate a quick play spell. Activate a continuous. My monster's effect. This is it. I activate a continuous. I'm just getting. I had no. My game. Step right up to get smacked down. No matter who I face, I'll keep dueling my duel. Duel. From my hand, my monster's effect. My monster's effect. I activate a continuous spell.
Alright, so again, we're just comboing off here.
My monster, I activate a continuous spell. From my hand, my monster's effect activates. Watch. I activate a continue. My monsters effect. No retreat. My monsters. I activate a continual spell. I activate a continual spell. My turn. My turn. From my hand, I activate a spell card. It's go time, Tiebreaker Magician. My monster. I think effect. I activate a continue. I set the pendulum. I set the pendulum. This is. I activate a pendulum. I activate a pendulum effect.
All right, those are some of the replays. We had a few of them that we had with Ursarctic. I'll have a bigger video showcasing more replays coming out soon. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also, huge shout outs to my boy Dominator, Wesley, for letting me use his account to get Cobb. And yeah, until next time, it's your boy Sean Matrai, signing out. Peace. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch for more COD climbs, more tournament runs, and more content. Now, officially, this is your boy Sean Matrai, signing out. Peace.